Hi everyone, so I'm going to jump right into the video and give you some dinner ideas. So on Monday, I wanted to do some sirloin steak, loaded potato, and a grilled asparagus. I always start off by washing my potatoes because they're really dirty and we are going to be seasoning them with salt and pepper. I'm drying them with a towel before I season it with some avocado oil and salt and pepper. And then I also like to poke holes into it because it does cook faster that way. And I'm going to be cooking them in the air fryer. If you don't have an air fryer, you can just put them in the oven. And I'm also going to be putting them in the air fryer for 20 minutes, but I then added 20 more minutes, so a total of 40 minutes, and I put the heat on 400. Then I'm going to cook 2 turkey bacons because I'm making my own turkey bits for the loaded potato. And I'm also going to be grilling my asparagus. I'm adding some lemon pepper, love lemon pepper. And then meanwhile the turkey bacon and asparagus is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and season the sirloin steak. And all I'm using is salt and pepper. I like to keep it really simple because we are going to season it with some garlic butter later into the pan. My turkey bacon has to be extra crispy where it just easily breaks like this. And I'm also going to cut some onion chives to add onto our loaded potatoes later. The potatoes are still cooking, so we're going to go ahead and start cooking the steak. And I cook it on each side for 5 minutes, and I don't forget to cook the sides as well. And you can cook your steak as much as you want. I like to do it medium well. Because I don't know why I can't eat my steak when it's too pink. But here I am adding some butter and some garlic. I'm just glazing my steak, and then once I've done that, I will turn off the heat and leave it on the pan. Now I'm going to be loading up my potatoes, and they're nice and soft now. I do like to add the butter and cheese first, and I put it back in the air fryer for about 3 minutes just so the cheese can melt, and then I'll add the rest of the toppings, so sour cream, my onion chives, my turkey bacon, all that good stuff. My medium well steak came out perfect. Look how juicy and delicious it looks. But this is my Monday's dinner, and I never get tired of this dinner. It just has your protein, veggies, and your carbs. So delicious. Now moving on to Tuesday's dinner. It was Halloween night, so we decided to order some pizza, some wings, and just watch our favorite show, Suits. Now for Wednesday, I did turkey burgers. You can never go wrong with turkey burgers, and I always use turkey than beef. What I like to have beef burgers whenever we're grilling them outside, but at home I'll do turkey burgers, and they always come out so delicious. These are the toppings I'm adding into it, and if you never tried a turkey burger like this, try it. It's so good, and it always comes out really juicy. So we're just gonna mix all these ingredients together, and then once we do, then we start to form our patties. I make a total of 4 patties with a pound of turkey. Alan had 2 turkeys, I had 1, and then I just froze the other one, and he had it later for lunch during the week. I usually eat 2 turkeys, but I just wasn't that hungry, so I ate 1, and you still get a good amount of protein in 1. I think 1 has about 25 grams of protein. Now I'm just adding some butter into my bread, and we're going to toast it a little bit before we start cooking the meat. Sometimes we'll have baked chips on the side, but today Alan and I wanted some tater tots, and we're doing a serving and a half each, and I'm throwing them in the air fryer because it's much faster, but of course you can use your oven. If you don't load up your burger with a bunch of ingredients like this, you are doing it wrong. But this is Alan's burger. It looks so good, and this one's mine. But definitely try it out and let me know. There isn't a week where I don't do pasta, and I'm making my favorite, which is spicy creamy tomato chicken pasta. Sometimes I'll make crispy chicken, but today I'm just gonna grill my chicken using cayenne pepper, garlic powder, and salt. Very simple. For pasta, I'm gonna be doing protein pasta, and this is the penne one that I like to get always. And I'm gonna be serving a serving and a half for me and a serving and a half for Alan. So 3 servings in total. Meanwhile, that boils, I'm gonna cut up some red onion that we'll be adding into the pot in a little bit. I did save a cup of the pasta water because we'll be using that in a little bit. So I'm adding some olive oil, and then we're going to add our red onion, and I'm adding minced garlic as well. Let that saute for a little bit. As you can see, I've listed all the ingredients on the screen with the exact measurements, and we're going to be mixing that all together. This sauce is so easy to make. I'm pretty sure you have all the ingredients in your pantry right now as we speak. But I like to add a lot of red crushed pepper because I like to make mine really spicy. It's such a rich, creamy sauce that you definitely should try making if you've never made it, because again, it's really easy. I'm adding half a cup of shredded Parmesan. You can use the grated one, but I prefer the shredded one. Now we're adding the pasta, which is 3 servings. And once we let that warm up for a good 10 minutes, it is finished. We can now start plating it and adding your chicken on top. It's Friday and I'm cooking another one of my favorite plates, which is Mexican rice with steak and potatoes. I like to start off with cooking my rice, and I'm going to be cooking 1.5 cups of rice. And of course, you want to wash it first because it's really dirty. I add some avocado oil to the pan, and I'm going to let my rice cook a little bit. We want the rice to get a golden color. For Mexican rice, you need tomato sauce, and you can just buy some already made, but I like to make my own. So we're going to blend 2 tomatoes and a chunk of onion. Also going to add a tablespoon of tomato bouillon. I sometimes add chicken bouillon, but I didn't have any, which is fine. And then add a little bit of water. Blend that together. Once the rice is a nice golden color, we now add the tomato sauce. Stir that a bit for a good minute, and then we're going to add some water. And you just want to add enough water to cover the rice. You don't want to add too much water. Once it's boiling like this, you want to cover it with the lid and turn the heat down to low. Never mess with the rice, and leave it cooking for a good 12 minutes. Then remove it from the heat, but keep the lid on for another 5 to 10 minutes. Now that we have all the sides ready for when we cook the meats, we're going to be doing chuck beef. This is the first time I do it with this beef, and it was actually really good. I usually use skirt steak, or you can also use flank steak. When the meat is almost done, I do drain a bit of the juice because there's a lot of juice once it's almost done. And then once the meat is like fully cooked or almost cooked, I then add the tomato, jalapeno, onion, potatoes, and also the sauce we blended for the meat. You will know it's finished once the potatoes are really soft, and this smells amazing. If you've never tried this dish before, I recommend trying it. It's one of my favorites. The rice came out perfect. I always like to add a little serrano in the middle just for like some flavor. Now just plating it, and this is Alan's plate. I serve him a lot because this is his favorite plate, and he always asks for this at least almost every week, at least once a week. But that is all the dinners I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!